Well, good Sunday morning or afternoon, wherever you are, or evening for those of you from. I get a couple of notifications from people in Kenya that are waiting for our sermon and watching for us. So I hope that your Sunday, that your Lord's Day is either beginning or has been a very good day. We are in the middle of, we're into our second week of our Advent sermons. For me, it's different because the church I grew up in, we didn't celebrate Advent in the liturgical way. In other words, there weren't the Advent wreaths and the candles and the Advent readings and all of that. There were Christmas plays and Christmas music and concerts and decorations, and all the sermons pointed to Jesus. And that's what Advent does, is it gives us a time, it puts us in a time of preparation for the coming of the Lord. Advent is usually 4 weeks long, and there are typically four messages or four sermons or four readings associated with Advent, and really they're focused on what Jesus brought: hope, peace, joy, and love. In this second week of Advent, we started last week, in this second week of Advent, the focus is on peace. And during this week, some churches will light either the peace candle or some refer to it as the Bethlehem candle. Now, because we're online, I'm not lighting anything on fire. Okay. So, but we'll make do. The peace that we're talking about came from, the arrival of Jesus. And that was after some 400 years of silence, confusion, and searching. It had been very quiet for the Jews. They were anticipating the coming Messiah. They were looking for him. Many of the Jews had been feeling forgotten, feeling left out. And they were in a time of oppression and turmoil. And even in that, they hadn't lost hope that one was coming to help them resolve their situation, that the promise that was made that the Messiah would come and establish God's kingdom was going to be fulfilled. They were very hopeful. Now, during this time in history, the world rule came through Rome. The Romans were in charge. And at the birth of Jesus, Rome had been without war since 27 BCE. It was a period of time that, because this went on for a while, it was a period of time known as Pax Romana for you history buffs. There was peace in the world. Okay, let me put a caveat on that. There was peace in the world as long as you complied with Roman law and Roman authority. There'd be peace. In other words, if you submitted to Rome, it kept discipline away. These were unsettling moments. These were moments of hardship and stress and distress. And this is when the Prince of Peace, the peace of God, arrived to show us the way, to show us the way back to him. Now, for me this year, I've been talking about this with a few people, and I get to talk about this with you too. Christmas feels different. Now, if you want to sit down and analyze it, you're going to go, well, Rick,